Hello everyone, 124san's here with another Final Fantasy Premier Draft. Without further ado, let's take a look at the Pack 1 Pick 1. The mythic we have is Ishtar, which can blink your creature twice at the end step. But if you don't have any good blinking targets, it's basically a 6 mana 3/5 that makes your non-token creature Vigilance, which is not that great. Yeah, I'm more willing to take a card with a better face value, which is something like Delirium Moogle for mana 3/2. Get a 2 mana or less artifact from graveyard or your deck. Or there's also removal in white, which is pretty good. Or Cornered by Black Mage in black. I think these three will be my top options. I'll take the Delirium Moogle. Pick 2, we get a decent follow-up in Battle Menu. It doesn't have any synergy with Moogle whatsoever, but it's a pretty good standalone card. Can be a 2/2, or can be a removal, or it can be a combat trick. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take Battle Menu over anything else. If I take the Cornered by Black Mage last pack, I'll definitely take the Resentful Revelation that goes super well with it. And Galacast will be a decent card if you are playing red-white or blue-white artifact-heavy deck. Pack 1, pick 3. We got a decent removal in Slash of Light, but it only works if you have a lot of equipments, like in 2 or 3, that makes this card a lot better. The rare is not good. Jumbo Cactuar basically a 7 mana 1/7, and you need to give it trample for it to actually deal damage. Think I'm actually taking the Sephiroth's Intervention, which doesn't have any condition compared to Slash of Light. It's just 4 mana, destroy anything, and gain 2 life. Pretty solid removal spell. Pick 4. Alright, we got White Urasite in white, which is a good sign for white. And the pick 4 Eject is also kinda late for blue. There are a lot of good cards here, except for red, there's no red card. Yeah, Chocobo Kick for green, and good filler Dark Knight Greatsword for black, Eject for blue, and White Urasite for white. Gonna take the White Urasite here. So yeah, we have already have 2 removals and a battle manual, which is sometimes a removal. Pack 1, pick 5. We got a pick 5 Swallowed by Leviathan. Really don't want to pass this card. This is, in my opinion, the best uncommon in blue. A counter spell that works at any stage of the game. And also Sephiroth too. And if you are want to stay in mono white, we take this Word of Omens, which works decently well in blue white and black white, but that doesn't work in red white. If we're somehow in it, I don't think we're in red white whatsoever. Just because we already have 3 super good white cards, I'm gonna take another white card here. Pick 6. Alright, there's no good blue cards here. But we do have basically Weapons Vendor versus Crystal's Chosen. Crystal's Chosen is a pretty good card when it works, but you do need 7 mana to cast this, which can be hard for some decks. Although we do have White Urasite that helps out to get to the 7 mana for the Crystal's Chosen, so because of the White Urasite, I think I'm gonna take this. And we don't have any weapons for Weapons Vendor yet. Pick 7. We go past a Zidane, which is a pretty good red-white signpost, although we see absolutely 0 good red cards so far. And we can take Weapons Vendor to be on the mono white, or we take this Train and then move to black white. Train works pretty well with the Crystal's Chosen. Think I actually take Train for the potential more upside if we're actually in these 2 colors. Pick 8. We get Shinra Reinforcements, which is a solid black 3-drop, although black-white doesn't care for self-mill effect that much. And in green, there's a fat chocobo at pick 8. Don't think we are actually in green though. Aerith Rescue Mission is a filler card, but it works well with Phantom Trim and Crystal's Chosen. I would think I'm not gonna take this here. Gonna take this if we get this super late pick. Pick 9. No cards in our colors. Although the cards for other colors are also filler, so I think just gonna take a land. Pick 10. We have a Shambling Thief that doesn't work with a lot of stuff, or we take Sid to speculate into blue. This is actually a kind of tough pick, but Shambling Thief is better with Shinra Reinforcements and can work with all the equipments. But yeah, I actually took it. Wait, what? Oh, system automatically give us Sid, whatever. Take a Club of Moogle, not gonna play it. Not gonna play any of those. Monk's Fist, gonna play that. And here we are at pack 2, pick 1. In white, there's not as much strong cards, but in black, we got a premier removal spell in Overkill. 3 mana, kill something, also goes through Indestructible. Solid card. Yeah, gonna take this over Weapons Vendor or Ariman. Although Grahatia is also a premium. I won't say premium, I would say it's a pretty good card for exactly black-white. Especially when I have Phantom Train, that I can just sacrifice stuff by myself. And Ariman can also have a sacrifice, although I need to pay 3 mana for each. Definitely gonna take a solid removal first. We have 3 pretty good removals already. Pick 2, we got past a Buster Sword, which is a bomb in this format, and I'm definitely gonna pick this over Gator Cat or Dynamic Greatsword or Summer Primal Garuda. Without this Buster Sword, I think I'm gonna take Dynamic Greatsword just because we are gonna make tokens. But yeah, yes, Buster Sword, definitely gonna take it. Pick 3. This deck doesn't need Shinra Reinforcement that much. So it's a pick between Dwarven Castle Guard with Shinra Reinforcement. Castle Guard works better with Phantom Train. Because we already have like 3 2-drops already, and we have only 2 3-drop creatures. And maybe we can get some cards like Shambling Thief that makes Shinra Reinforcement better. I kinda regret we got auto pick Sid because I didn't confirm my pick soon enough. Pack 2, pick 4, we got past the premium rare in Moogle's Valor. Works pretty well with the Crystal's Chosen if we actually get to that late. But yeah, this is gonna make us a lot of tokens, which also works well with Phantom Train. Definitely gonna take this over Evil Reawakened, which works well with Shinra Reinforcement over Slash of Light. Pick 5, we have you are on a long versus Black Mage Rod. You're not long is pretty solid, but I think Black Mage Rod will be decent. Need more equipment for Delivery Moogle to pick up. And it works with... I don't have that many non-creature spells actually, but it also provides 2 fodder for Phantom Train, because for being equipment that makes a 1/1 token. Pick 6. Is this a Vincent Limit Break deck? I don't think so. It doesn't work with the equipment. It does work with the Imperial City, but need to block with this first. It works with Delivery Moogle. It works with Clawbomb Moogle. I'm not gonna play this. Doesn't work with Phantom Train because you lose the counters. Let's take a Dwarven Castle Guard first. It provides 2 bodies. Pick 7, we got a premium Resentful Renovation. And yeah, we don't have any Resentful Renovation yet, so we do need this kind of card selection over maybe a Chocomog. Not a high pick for this deck though. Pick 8. We have a pick choice between Castle Guard or Monk's Fist. We already have 2 artifacts for Delivery Moogle, so we are not that short in terms of artifacts. So is Dwarven Castle Guard better than Monk's Fist? I think so. Because Both of them provide 2 sacrifice body for Phantom Train or maybe Ironman in 3. And cancel card makes 2 creatures. Pick 9. We do get Ironman back. We also get back Weapons Vendor. Vendor works well with Butter Sword. And Black Mage Rod. Does it just justify a pick over Ironman though? I actually think so. I didn't think this deck needs at least 1 Weapons Vendor. Let's take that. Pick 10. Nothing else. We take a Mobile. Definitely gonna play this over Cloudbound Moogle, because Cloudbound Moogle is such a filler. Poison the Waters is not that great, but it's a main deckable card. And you can make your opponent -1/-1, which is pretty decent. If your opponent don't know you have this and you just attack and your opponent makes blocks, you distribute damage, so they're all at 1 remaining. Yeah, take a Splash of Light here. This is unplayable rare. And we had to pack 3, pick 1, where we get 2 premium cards for this deck in Corner Black Mage or Dragoon's Lance. I think this deck likes Dragoon's Lance more, and this can be tutored by Delivery Moogle. So we just take this. Pack 2, we got past the best rare ever, which is music to my ears. And there are a lot of good cards for us. White Mage Staff, Corner, and the Crystal Chosen number 2. But yeah, Dion first. We are short on 3 because I took Weapons Vendor over Ahriman. Regret a little bit, but how would you know you're gonna get a Dion passed in pack 3? Pack 3, pick 3. We got another Shinra Reinforcements for 3. This is not a Shinra Reinforcement deck. We don't have that many graveyard effects, and we don't have any graveyard recursion yet. I'm gonna take this over Circle of Power because we do not have that much wizard. Like Black Mage Rod is the only wizard here, and we are not short on 4. We are short on 3, so let's take this Shinra Reinforcement. Pick 4. We got Resentful Revelation number 2. On the City Direct, that gives a treasure that helps with Crystal Chosen, but I think card selection is better. Let's take the card selection. Pick 5. We got the second chance at Shambling Seed, which can be quite great with Shinra Reinforcement. Although White Mage Staff is a better card. Is a better card by itself. I don't think we actually need any more 2-drops, so let's just take the Thief, even though on paper this is a worse card. Pick 6. I am not playing a second copy of Weapons Vendor. I am not playing a Cloudbound Moogle whatsoever. Don't think this side plays Vincent's Limit Break, so let's just rare draft this. Pick 7. We do get another White Mage Staff, which I will replace the Monk's Face for. Pick 8. We have a Hectize versus Relentless. We have a lot of 2-drops already, so don't need this Hectize that much. But Relentless is better with like 3 copies of Shinra Reinforcement, so I'm gonna pick this. Pick 9. Maybe you take Eden. This is like sort of a graveyard recursion, and we are not playing more colors, so let's just take this. Colorless land. Pick 10. We do get a Corner by Black Mages, and yeah, definitely gonna take this. Pick 11. There's nothing here. Pick 12. We got a Chocomog. Don't think we're playing it though, because it's not a permanent creature. Pick 13 Sahagin. Well, I'm gonna be a good guy and pass it. And let's head to the deck building. We have 4 cards that we need to cut. Don't think this deck needs that many Shinra Reinforcement, especially we already have 2 Reasonable Revelations. So let's cut one of them. Yeah, even though Shambling Save is most of the time worst card, but I think this deck can work quite well with it. We have 2 Resentful Revelation and 2 Shinra Reinforcements to mill it. And we have a decent amount of cards that just trigger this and get it back. And also the self-milling effect is good with the Relentless ATM. These are the high drops. And need to cut 3 more cards. We can cut all the Dwarven Castle cards. We don't need them anymore. And let's count the number of removals we have. Slash of Light, Overkill, Sephiroths, White Aura Sight. Battle Manual is like a half of removal, and that's a pretty healthy amount for removal. And as for actual 2-drop creatures, we can just put Battle Manual back here, so we have a healthy amount of 2-drops. That leads us to like cutting 1 more card. This is kind of tough. Do we just cut Weapons Vendor? It works well with like some of the equipments we have. I think we're actually cutting Weapons Vendor. Like if we don't have a Dion, and these are the only 4 drops, something of them, but we have a Dion. And we really wish we have any recursion, but we don't. So that's whatever. And we do need, actually this deck do need a dual lands in white and black, because we have a lot of 2 pips cards that we need to cast. And yeah, if we can cast the cornerback black mages on time, it will be pretty powerful, otherwise it will be much weaker. We don't have the land though, sadly. So we just hope we draw the right land. Alright, that's it for the deck, and let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here we are at round 1. We have the Eden screw me over. We have no white swords for the white spells, we have the mulligans. Second one, this is a keeper. Although having like a relentless ATM in hand, that means our Shinra reinforcement cannot mill it. Kind of ironic. I'm gonna keep this 6. And no playable cards on 2, play a thief on 3, that's it. And then we drew a playable card on 2, so I can play this right now. Which dies to a Thunder Magic if Arena gave them priority here. Just not to. Or maybe it sounds other kinds of 1 mana red. They cast their own, sure. I'm up for trades. If they don't trade, I play Shinra Reinforcement. Otherwise, I play Shambling. All right, they're trading. Sure. Let's play the Thief, which enters Hept. Samurai's Katana. Damn. That's a good 3 job. Tapped, so cannot block that. Play a Swamp. Play a Shinra Reinforcement. Milled our Dion, which can potentially get back with Eden. That's the only way we get it back. Attack with 3/3, block with -3/3, and you win with any combat trick here. I traded, sure. Oh yeah, Gaius, which is... Well, these are 2 about equal. Well, they choose to sacrifice this, sure. I'm gonna play a Dragoon's Lance and hold up Battle Manual. Or actually not holding up Battle Manual, because we can just put this Shambling Thief back to our hand. In that case, we could have cycled this Marlboro for a Swamp so we don't miss the land drop, but I don't think that matters. If we cycle this for land and then we... That's a Vincent Valentine. Not great. Certainly not great. Let's be resentful first. Buster Sword, but we cannot cast. So let's get an aura size that... Don't think we're getting the Buster Sword, sadly. We have to be disciplined here. And I think we cannot miss a land drop here, so let's just get a land here. And not gonna block this Galleon Beast. They can have whatever lifelink they want next turn. Ideally, they move the Samurai's Katana to Vincent and just attack. That's what I want to see. Sacrifice on the mark. Yeah, in that case, holding up battle menu is better, but how would I know they're gonna do this? Anyways, they got 5 to lifelink attacking. Good for them. And I'm just gonna use White Aura Sight on it. Make a treasure. And yeah, White Aura Sight deals with it here. And hopefully they don't suplex. That's the one thing I really don't see. And we hold up battle menu. If they present nothing, I'm just gonna make a 2/2 here. Drew a Phantom Train. A Phantom Train can sacrifice this thing, but if they have a removal, they were probably gonna use it on the 2/2 when I cast it. In that case, I should still be doing good because they don't get the treasure. That means. So yeah, gonna attack first. Yep, that's gonna hit. And if I play Shambling Thief here, I have mana for Overkill. There also can be something, but let's play the Phantom Train first. I have a feeling they are holding up removal, just so they can use it here. Alright, no removals, sure. I'm fine just attacking with the knights and not touching my Phantom Train for now. Let's play this Shambling Thief. Can you equip the Black Mage Rod? I think I'm actually doing that. Move to combat, declare attackers. Attack. We got 3 damage in and we pass. And next turn, I'm on Mughals Valor, attack all. For Shinra, if you draw Shinra's Reinforcement, we can just play that instead. Not gonna move this Phantom Train whatsoever, they are not presenting any threats. But before any of those, let's... Well, if they only present destruction-based removal, Mughals Valor is gonna be so good here. Actually, I kinda like that idea. Let's eat some artifacts. And proceed to combat. Attack with all. Thunder Magic 8, which is not enough against Mughals Valor, and they are indeed holding up a Thunder Magic. But yeah, we got there. Mughals Valor OP. Let's go to the next one. Alright, here we are, game 2. We start with 3 land, 2 drop, 3 drop, and 4 drop. Yep, the keeper. Going second though, going to overkill, which is nice. Yeah, just need 1 more land for this to be a perfect curve. They play the Red Mage Rapier, which is just a 2-mana 1/1 for now. Through a battle menu. Pretty good card, but we still need another land. I don't think I'll trade, but yeah, still don't think I'll trade. Cause I can attack and gain 1. But Red Mage Rapier is gonna get more damage. Or maybe not. Screw it. I'm gonna trade with that. Throw into Buster Sword, but we need some board presence here. I'll be very sad if we milled the land right away. Yep, we did mill 2 lands right away, which we need. Yeah, this is the woe of playing cards like Shinra Reinforcement that mills your top, but you can just treat them like you never drawn them, because they can just be like in the bottom of your deck. It actually doesn't matter that much, and most of the time, self-milling is beneficial for you because you can use... Oh, that's bad. Because you can use recursion effects to get it back. And yep, missed a land drop because we milled 3 cards and the fourth card after these 3 is not a land. And we are not attacking. We have to block here. Nutty. 4 gold, that's fine. That's actually not fine, I mean. Pogo gets haste, they can also attack with it. Alright, so at least I'm not taking too much damage here. Just gonna minus 9,999 on this samurai. I have 3 mana afterwards. And some Brahilder is gonna die. Like, they probably should have attacked with this as well. Or maybe they want something with haste next turn. I'm gonna play a Swamp and just pass here. Brahilder is gonna die. And their next spell is gonna have haste. Which is Ultima? Sure. I'm just gonna throw this removal as Ultima. And we think we have stabilized by this point. Through another land, which we can play a Buster Sword and tag with it, and I think I'm gonna do this because the upside is way too huge if they don't chump block here. They're most likely just gonna chump block. And then for next turn, if they play a creature, I just Sephiroth Intervention and attack with it. If they use removal, I play Delivery Moogle and another 2-drop. In case I draw land, that is. Blitzball doesn't contribute to the board whatsoever. But they do have 3 mana. Okay, they have 2 mana now. And go, draw 2 cards. Alright, they only have 1 mana. 1 mana is not enough. Or 2 mana, but yeah, still not enough to deal with this. We can just attack with our Buster Sword. Draw a card and play something for free. And we draw a land, nice. Gonna play the Delivery Moogle for free. Grab our best equipment, which is Dragon's Lance. And just gonna play this ATM. And we should have the game by this point. Buster Sword is way too busted, as the name suggests. Play the land into some Esram Roar. 2 damage to the Delivery Moogle. Can't be helped, steady. And into a side quest. Alright. That means I can get more Buster Sword value because I can just fly over them. So what I'm gonna do is play the Dragon's Lance. Pay 4 mana to move it. And attack with both. And yeah, they cannot block the Buster Sword, and they need to triple block for the ATM. They're not gonna bother triple blocking, so I will Buster Sword and play a Shinra Reinforcement. Mill 3 cards, those are good cards, but we're doing good. Real good. Alright. Looks like they have too much of it. Great. This is what 2-0 going to game 3. Alright, here we are at game 3. We face LSV. Is that the real LSV? We don't know, but we're gonna play this out for sure. We have 2 lander, but we also have Resentful Revelation, which is gonna help us find the next land. And ideally, we want to, not plains, so we can cast Dion. Gonna hit this one. They start with Mountain, and we drew our plains, which is perfect. So yeah, we just curve this out and hopefully hit Dion on 4. They play the Emperor, which is what I don't want to see. Emperor is a very good card, especially on play. And they can just cast a 4 mana non-creature right here, and Emperor gets a counter. Oh, please don't do that. Combat tutorial also good on them, and they did. Yep. Now they can attack with a 3/3 Emperor, or they don't. They want to Thunder Magic this. Sure, that works as well. All right, 3 mana. Shinra Reinforcement is not gonna block the Emperor whatsoever. So let's play a tapped 3/3 here, and hopefully we draw land. If we don't draw land, we're gonna Resentful Renovation into this. We do draw land, but they have mana open, which is what I don't want to see. At least they cannot give a counter by casting 4 or more because they only have 3 mana. So let's just attack with it first. Alright, they use Stuck in Some Sanctum, so the Dion is good here. Great, we got the Dion resolved. And if they cannot deal with Dion, we have 5 flying damage every turn. Shantoto, and 3 more mana for non-creatures. Alright, we drew a Resentful Renovation, which I think I need to use it right now, so that we hit the land drop here. We do hit land drop, or we hit the battle menu. I actually like battle menu here much more, because this card can deal with the Emperor or Shantoto. So yeah, and then hopefully we get a land drop on this one. We didn't. A little bit punished, but I'm fine with it. I think the battle menu is much more important than a land drop, because I am on the receiving end of the Emperor for too many times. I know how good this card is. And Shantoto is also pretty annoying. Hopefully we have a removal for it. As long as they can keep casting 4 or more, they just keep drawing more cards. They did waste not necessarily a waste, but they did use a Thunder Magic with only 1 mana on the 2/1. If they save it later, they can probably draw more cards and get more counters. But Laughing Mad is 4 or more if they have a land drop, which is not good. Yeah. They have the castle right now, so yeah, they have the castle right now, so Sahagin cannot be blocked. And we have to block Shantoto here, because Shantoto is hitting for 7, which is way too much. Drew into a land, which is very good here. And I think I'm just gonna battle menu the Emperor before things go south. Powerful Greater. And then Shinra Reinforcements can top up our life total. Mill the Buster Sword and 2 lands. Okay. Dion and Knights are 2-turn clock if the Dion is not dealt with. Retrieve the Esper, which is gonna draw them a card with Shantoto, and Sahagin is unblockable again. And the combat tutorial. And yeah, I think we are on the Shantoto chump blocking train here. No way, there's no way we're taking that much damage. We drew another land, which means we can play Relentless. If we flip Bahamut, we cannot attack with Dion, so we only attack for 3 instead of 5. I'm gonna cast the Relentless and attack all. We are in a tight race situation right now. They have a lot of cards, but not too much mana to use all of them. But hopefully we got there. Ice Magic on Relentless. And there's a 4 mana Ice Magic. Don't think I'm gonna top this. Wait, is that lethal? Oh wow, that's exactly lethal, nice. 6/8/3, hitting for 17, which is exactly lethal. Oh, nice play by SV. So 2-1 heading into game 4. Maybe I can play a little bit different. Although I was basically relying on my luck of Resentful Revelation to hit a removal or something. And yeah, I wasn't planning to play around them hitting for so much damage here. And before this turn, I chump blocked Shantoto twice, which saved us like 14 life total. So I don't think I may misplay here. So yeah, there are two options: either play the 6-drop or play a Resentful Revelation, hoping to get an interaction to get rid of the Shantoto. Alright, heading to the next one. Alright, here we are at game 4. We start with mono white hand, but we have Dion on 4, and we have castable spells on 2 and 3. Definitely a keeper. Word of Omens also draws us a card. So we look deeper into our deck. Although the sad thing about the wall is it's a defender, so we cannot equip Buster Sword to it and attack. I mean, we can equip to it, but we cannot attack with it. We play a Dwarven Castle Guard, which is gonna get blocked by every day. And this turn, I think just gonna play Shambling Sith, which has 1 more power than the Shinra Reinforcements. And we don't need to block their stuff because we have 0-4. I'm very happy if they use a removal on this one also. They played another Dwarven Castle Guard. So if Shambling Sith attacks right now, they can double trade if they want to. I think that's still favorable for us because Shambling Sith is very good in graveyard. Yep. Attack for 3 damage, play a Dion. Turn 4 Dion. Even if they answer Dion right now, I still have a 2-2 afterwards. And yeah, which is what they did. And I don't think this turn I'm supposed to Buster Sword and equip because they can block on the ground. So instead, I think this turn should be Shinra Reinforcements plus Dragon's Lance. Nice is not a good attack into that 2-1. I think I just attack with Shambling Sith actually. If they double block here, I'll be pretty happy because that makes nice attack better later on. But yeah, they take the Shambling Sith damage, Shinra Reinforcements, mill us 2 lands, and the Resentful Revelation, which is probably the best mill we can ask for. And then play a Dragon's Lance, which is a pretty good target for Buster Sword. 5 mana, summon Fact Choco Ball, and the ground is stalled. But the ear is completely free. So we can just play the Buster Sword, equip to the flyer, and attack. Not sure if I want to use Battle Menu. We drew into something, not gonna play that. And yeah, if they remove the creature token, we pay 4+2, 6 mana to move the equipments around. The Choco kicked and destroyed our token. That means they don't have a land drop in their hand. And then they played Aerith Gainsborough, which is a 2-2 for now. And no attacks. Alright, that means we are free to attack in the air. Let's do this. Yeah. Move to the biggest attacker here. And attack for 6. Or actually 7. And then draw 1 card and cast a free spell, which is Black Mage Rod here. That one is good to be cast. And if Aerith gains too many counters, I can always battle menu it later. And yeah, looks like that's it. Alright, 3-1 heading into game 5. Alright, here we are at game 5 against a mythic player. We start with 2 lander, all white, and 4 spells that we can potentially cast. No, 3 spells we can cast right away. Moogle Spider needs more land, Overkill needs a swamp. But with the 2 drops being super good here, I think I'm keeping this. And then we just immediately draw into a swamp. Alright, couldn't ask for more. This is perfect. They play Undersea Dire Red, which is not gonna interact with this Dragon's Lance whatsoever. Or I can choose to play the ward to block first. I think I play attacker. Because we'll be advantageous if we just start trading life early and then we use the wall to block their ground attackers. They mill the Cloud of Darkness and 2 swamps, which is pretty good mill. And if they have Fight On to get Clouds of Darkness back, that'll be good for them. Didn't draw a land, but we can just play a Ward of Omens, which blocks 1 of their creatures. Drew another not land. But it is a resemble Revelation, which can help us draw into the next land we need. They attack with Awe, of course. We block 1 of them. We are behind on life total, and yeah, we are definitely left behind on life total if they have X death here. Didn't draw a land, so we have to find our land drop with this. Alright, we do find our land drop. Gonna get a swamp instead of the plains. We have the option to hold up Battle Manual or cast Resentful. Think we leave the 2 mana open. We are taking 4 damage here though. Not ideal. We play a Town Greeter for more mill. And they let land drop from there. They milled Fang and Vanille Pair, which can melt into Ragnarok. Ooh, at least I milled it instead of having them in the hand. Although they can always get them back with Fight On, they attack with Awe. And I can use Battle Manual to destroy X Death, and I think I'm gonna do that instead of using it to to trade with the red. Going to 12, not a healthy life total. Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. Destroy X Death. Or should I say Neo X Death. Next turn, we do not draw a land, so we have to rely on Resentful Revelation again. We do hit a land drop here, although we have to give up the good 4-drop in Delivery Moogle. I think I get a Plains. Or actually, I think it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I was thinking, maybe I can play Moogle Speller and the White Mage Staff at the same time, but that one needs 7 mana anyways. Play out the creature so we have a better ground blocker. Milled Buster Sword, White Aura Size. Those are not good mills. But we also milled Shambling Thief, which is a good mill. So, give or take. And Shinra Reinforcements. They just play a Saz Castrate, which is a super good attacker. Because they can put a counter on him. So he attacks as a 5/5 and then put 1 more counter and double is 9/9. But yeah, I don't want to do too much math here. I just know I need to destroy him right away. And then we can play 1 mana for Shambling Thief, but I don't think I will. To that note, I should have used Overkill. I forgot about that. Oops. And we attack with the Dragoon. I think the absolutely worst thing can happen. That's not the worst thing. The worst thing can happen here is they use the Evil Reawaken to reanimate Saz and get a Fetchical Ball. Attack with the ground. I only block 1 because Moogle's Barrier is lining up for us. Or this turn will be an overkill turn. Because we can play everything by overkilling this Cloud of Darkness, pay a black for Shambling, play the Shambling, and attack all. And next turn we have Mughals Valor up with 4 creatures, which is pretty good. Cloud of Darkness again. Ugh. Getting rid of a blocker here. Oh, cannot corner and hold on Mughals Valor. That's not good. Think I should still corner though. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Get one more creature. And Shambling Thief is good on attack on blocks, I mean. So we can just move the equipment and attack in the air. Or if we are daring, we can attack both and trade the life total, but if they have removal, they don't even need removal, they can just attack back. And that'll be not good. And at least if I leave up a Shambling Thief this way, they need to use a removal on it. Gain 1 life when we attack. They're willing to trade. That means that they can get it back. And yeah, which is what they are doing, and they choose this instead of SARS because this has immediate board impact. Not gonna block. Alright, things are not looking great. Maybe I should cast this much earlier. Ooh. We're not doing good here. That's what I know for sure. Pay 3 to equip. And not attacking. Although Mughals Valor cannot protect us from Cloud of Darkness whatsoever, because Cloud of Darkness is minus X. And now to the blocks, we can just eat this Shinra Reinforcement for free. And gain 2 life. And yeah, they still have threats after threats. That's a second copy of Vanille, second copy of Fang. I think they're gonna get Xaz, because they already have Cloud of Darkness on board. Or get another Vanille, that works too. And there's another attacker. Don't think we can survive this. We're just losing too much right now. They have infinite value with Vanille into Vanille. And yeah. 4-2 or 3-2. I forgot my record. Goldfish memory. Oops. I know I'm on 2 losses, that's for sure. Yep, 3-2. Heading into game 6. Alright, here we are at game 6. Hopefully I win this one so we can break even to some extent. For 3 wins is already 1,000 gems, but 4 wins is plus 400 to that 1,000. So that's like only losing 100 gems compared to the entry fee of 1,500. We go in second, but we start with a pretty okay hand. We do need another black pip for corner by black mages. And yeah, we didn't draw swamp, which is not good. We can play a battle manual too, or resentful too, depending on what they do. They play coral. I think I want resentful renovation here because the turn 3 cornered by black mage will be a pretty good play as long as if they don't play any creature or they play a bigger creature than coral. Swamp. Alright, we did get a swamp. It is right here, right now. The World of Omens is a good card, but we do need a second black source. I play Ahriman. Alright, the corner by black mage will be a good play here. Draw a land, don't know what I want to see. And they're probably sacrificing coral because Ahriman is a better creature, period. They are also black-white, and they Aerith rescue mission and make 3/1/1s. Think in that case, I'm gonna leave out 4 mana and use battle manual to each one of the heroes. That's my plan. Yep, they're gonna attack all here. I'm gonna cast battle manual, which is attack. Wizard ping them 1. Battle manual hits the board. And maybe they use a removal, no removal. Maybe they use a combat trick, or they eat the 1/1. That can also happen. They choose to eat the 1/1. That means they are not contributing to the board. And yep, this turn will be a pretty good Buster Sword turn for us. We just play. Who to equip though? Think we actually equipped to a O1 because we don't have anything to cast afterwards. Attack all. And yep, immediate regret because we drew into a 4-drop, which is castable if we move the Buster Sword to the 2/2. Oh well. How would I know what I'm top decking? Alright, Hex Eyes, which is the easiest discard of my life. Attacking with Ahriman, sure. I'm not gonna bother moving the Buster Sword. Just gonna attack. Attack with everything except Black Mage. Slash of Lights, yep, that's gonna deal with this. And then, because we are low on life total, I'm thinking of delivering Moogle into the Dragonlance, so that we have 2 bodies on board instead of 1. That's 2 flying bodies, and also 2 flyers against their only Ahriman. At least a good thing about moving the Buster Sword. Oof. At least a good thing about moving Buster Sword to the O1 token is that they use a removal on the token instead of on the Knight, and Knight's trading to 2 more creatures. They play the Squirrel, and Ahriman has double strike right now. Tough. I think I actually block here to save us some life total. We still have the Buster Sword play. We're doing this. I should have resembled Elevation first, on second thought, because that helps us hit seeing more cards. And then we drew into Slash of Light, alright. Oh, never punished. Yeah, I think that was a misplay. I should have used a Resentful Elevation first. And then we cast off these sweet cards on hand, while the Black Mage keeps singing, and we got a Sephiroth's Intervention, which deals with the Ahriman and probably win us the game. Play a Fang, which does nothing right now. And I'm just gonna use the removal on Ahriman, and that should be it. Unless I have some sort of protection spell right now. And I can freely move Buster Sword after this, so even if they have a removal for the token, I'm still in a pretty good position. Alright. 4-2 heading into game 7. Alright, here we are at game 7. We have 3 land, 2 drop in 3 drop, perfect keep. And the opponent mulligan once. for land, which we can cast our entire hand now. Play the Rod first. Play the Reno and Root. I think it's fine, I'm just gonna attack into it. If they exile something like Dion, I'll be pretty sad, but it's just like self-milling. It's either on top or on the next card, or it's on the bottom, and you never draw it. If we mill something like Dion right here, we can get it back with Eden. We didn't. We milled the corner by Black Mage, which is a good spell. Daddy. They are gonna attack with Reno and Root and exile our top card, which will be another Shinra Reinforcement. That's fine. And they play a Goobler Gunner that blocks both of our creatures. In that case, I think this turn is just gonna be Resentful Elevation and the White Mage Staff. Pretty peaceful turn. We get Ura Sight versus Delivery Moogle. Delivery Moogle is a threat, Ura Sight is a removal. And they haven't presented anything that we need removal for so far. But our board can also be a threat just by removing their stuff, so let's take the removal actually. And then play a White Mage Staff, which is gonna deal damage. The good thing about White Ura Sight here is also ramps and help us to get 7 mana for Resentful Elevation and whatever, the 5 mana and tap a land for Eden. You do have some pretty good mana sinks here. And the next question is, if they attack with Reno Root, do I block? I think I do. Just in case they get a Dion on top and they can actually cast it this time. Now the question is, what to block with? I think I just block with these. They are losing on tempo if they use a pump spell here. They did use a pump spell, but it's still trading, so I'm not losing that much. Unless they exile Dion here, which is not the case. Yeah, so they cannot cast that. They don't have creatures. 3 mana for Ahriman, that's fine. It's not worth using a White Ura Sight on, and the mana situation is a bit awkward, so let's just attack and be done with it. And yeah, if the board situation is just like this, then Delivery Moogle is a better card here. Play a Safe and Pass, and use the removal when they play something that's worth removing. Zalakan, which is something that's worth removing, and we can safely use this White Ura Sight because it's a token, and we don't need to fear about token getting back after being exiled by the Ura Sight. And then we have enough mana for War of Omens. So we draw a card here, which is a land. Right now we have 7 mana for the Resentful Elevation. So we don't want to draw any more land after this point. They have a Demon War, and they do not have enough mana. Now they do. They have enough mana to put counters on Demon War, although they would take their whole turn to do so. And they do have enough mana to put counters on Demon War before this because they have Global Gunner. And yeah. Well, this turn is, do I hold up a Overkill? Or do I just tap out and use Resentful Elevation? I think this should be safe to press the attack here. That's White Mage Staff on the Shinra Reinforcement. So both of these can attack into their board. Yep, get a life this way. They're probably trading Ahriman into C4. And they're maybe not trading the Demon War. They block with Global Gunner. Not sure if it's a chump block or a combat trick. Oh no, don't even need combat trick. They just Ahriman and eat it. Yeah. That works for them, sure. And then if their whole turn is just gonna Demon War for 2 counters, I'm happy to just overkill it. Yeah, if they pass a turn without casting anything, I'm still gonna use removal here. Yep, gotta do it. If they use a protection spell, I can still attack into it. And now their board is empty. And we have the Crystals Chosen, which makes 4 1/1s and give our entire board +1 counter, which is super good here. That's a very good top deck. And yeah, they're done with this. Yeah, the only reason we can cast this, the Crystal Chosen, is because White Aura says give us the mana we need. Yeah, this shows how synergetic these 2 cards are together. White Aura Size is not only a removal, but also a ramp that helps you with the high mana cost spells or any mana sinks like the Eden, like Equipment, and Resentful Elevation. Pretty sweet game. We are at 5-2 heading into game 8. Alright, here we are at game 8. We're fighting Cloud Strife, but we have the Buster Sword this time. 4-lander, Malboron is a 6-drop. Do not have 2-drop, do not have 4. I think I'm still gonna keep this. Kinda is good enough. Ideally, we draw into a 2-drop, and then a 4-drop afterwards. Alright, and yeah, ask and you shall receive. We did hit a 2-drop in White Mage Staff. They played a tap land, maybe, which is a. I was gonna say they are in the strongest color pair, and then they played a Vector, which will put them in the Greek 6 control, which is also pretty strong, especially if they have the 1 mythic in. What's the name? Kafka? A Kafka Core Mage, not Kafka from Honkai Star Rails. I started playing Honkai Star Rails last week, and yeah, that's why I said Kafka. I don't have Kafka though, because Kafka is a limited character. And she's not on the banner yet. They played a Cecil, which trades into either of these. Oh, not trades, no, it just eats any of the creatures right now. So I think I'm just gonna Sephiroth intervention here and press the attack. Oh! I am a dumbass. I'm dumb. I didn't check my graveyard and I didn't know I milled Shambling Seath. I should have known about that. Oof. That's a big oof. They play Noctis, which is gonna die to overkill, and I'm gonna. Oh, that makes me feel better because I am gonna use a removal this turn as well, and we are not gonna miss any chance of playing this Shambling Seath. But yeah, that was definitely my misplay of using the Sephiroth intervention instead of overkill, because we could have put the Shambling Seath in hand 1 turn earlier. Not sure if I want to sacrifice. Okay, they just pump up rares after rares, are they? Not sure if I'm gonna use gonna Swan Cycle Malboro if I don't draw a land, but we do, so we're just gonna play the land and attack for 2. And then play the Malboro, hopefully they don't have Syncopate. I'll be super sad if they have a Syncopate for 2 right now, which they don't, nice. This is gonna take 2 and exile top 3. What do I have? They have Absolute Virtue, which they can definitely cast after hitting a ramp. And they do have the Kafka Core Mage, so we're gonna discard the Shambling Seath to it. They draw 2 cards because they are 2 types. Oh, not great. I think we can move the White Mage Staff to Malboro so we can attack into the board, but first, let's Resentful Elevation first. Maybe we hit a... can pay the black, but if I play the black, I lose a chance of using a removal spell right now. Let's not. And we hit a Dion, which we are gonna get right now. And do I cast Dion right now, or do I White Mage Staff and attack? That is a good question. I think at Dion right now. Screw it. And that makes our attack bad. No, that's not attack. And hopefully they tap out and cannot deal with Dion. That's the best I can hope for. Or yeah, they can just pay 5 mana and flip Geo. If they do that, then it'll be lethal. Because Dion gave the whole board flying by flipping. Play a land. 7 mana right now. Oh, they do have 2 mana up after flipping Geo. That's also something to look out for. Malboro. They play a Malboro and get rid of our only hand, but that means they are tapped out. So a Dion flip should win us the game right here. We don't even need to flip, I just need to re-equip the White Mage Staff to a Knight and the 6 damage already. Yeah, if I was in their situation, I'll probably attack with Kafka and hopefully draw into something that deal with Dion, because Dion is lethal on board right away. And yeah, if they Malboro first and then if they attack with Kafka, they're gonna draw less, because I do not have any card to discard to. And I'm not gonna even bother blocking this Kafka, because we already won. Unless it's 1 mana I can get rid of Dion, which shouldn't be the case. Alright, draw a land. Let's just make sure, yeah, they get flying, yep, Dion flip. And attack call for maximum damage. Oh, sweet. We are 6-2 now. And heading to our final boss. We play the maximum amount of Magic the Gathering in this draft. And we have a pretty sweet deck. Hopefully we can get it. Alright, here we are at game 9, the final game. And for final game, we have a pretty decent hand. We do not have another land, but we can always Malboro cycle for it. Before Malboro cycle though, we can just play Ward of Omens to draw one more card. Looks 1 card deeper. And if we draw a land, I think I'm just gonna play Black Mage Rod to start the damage going. They play red. They have Blazing Bomb, which is a very good card in exactly blue-red. And Blazing Bomb plays super well into Black Mage Rod, so I'm not gonna play that. And they are indeed blue-red. Not good. I'm gonna play a War. It's only a 1/1 though, and they leave mana open. I think I'll play White Mage instead. And if we don't draw land, I will cycle for it. They play a Dragon's Wyvern, so we can still attack into their board. That's fine. And we do draw a land, so we don't need to cycle right now. Do I actually attack though? If I attack and play Shambling Thief, our blocking game is so bad here. We do get to get 1 life. So actually, let's attack. And definitely playing Shambling Thief right now. Yeah, Ender's Tap is a very huge drawback. Because I'm gonna lose 2 more life because of this. They played a 4 or more, which gives Blazing Bomb a counter, which means Blazing Bomb can trade into this 2/2. If they want to, that is. And didn't draw a land, so we have to cycle for land now. And then drop our Imperial City of Arcadis, which is a pretty good blocker against the 3/3. Drew into Dion. Alright, the $1 million question is, do we attack with the 3/3? If we attack with the 3/3 and they present removal for the wall, we are losing too much health. This is a pretty tough choice here. I think we have to preserve our life total here. Play safe. Call the Mountain Chocobo, which gonna grow the Blazing Bomb into a C3. And they can attack with 2/1, that's their only good attack. can play the Dion, but it is gonna trade into a Blazing Bomb. So instead, I think I need to bait. I need to play a bait here. To maybe bait out their Blazing Bomb on this delivery removal. Switch library for a Dragon's Lance here and pass. Didn't draw a land, and that really hurts. And yeah, all hands on blocks right now. Or they have the option to grow this bomb bigger, yeah, by doing this. Their bomb is a 4/4 now, which can attack into the Wall of Omens. Gonna block here. Cannot take any more damage. Draw a land, which is exactly what we need. Gonna play a Dragon's Lance and hold up. Do we even hold up anything? I don't think we actually hold up. Just because they play blue. I think I should overkill this bomb right now. Yeah, bomb is a very good card. Just look at how big this was before I remove it. And they have a pretty good attack in Robo Warrior. In this Robo Warrior, and they have 2 good attacks now. And they can also attack with the bird. They choose to just do 1 attack. Sure. I think I have to trade it into this. They didn't present any tricks. Please tap out. If you tap out, I can bust a sword right now. Yep, they did tap out. That means the Bastard Sword plan is online. And yeah, I think this is what I do. I'm not gonna pay the 1 because we cannot equip with that. And then we can Bastard Sword into a white aura site on the Robo Warrior. And I'll pay for that. Although if they deal with the token, we do not have any more creatures to move to. Although they didn't present any removal, so we just block on the ground, and we still gonna attack with this hero. Unless we pump its power. Is there a way to pump its power by 2? I don't think so. This gives +1, and then we don't have enough mana afterwards. So we cannot cast Crystal's Chosen here, sadly. The other question is, should we Resentful Revelation here? I actually think we should. And not gonna pay the Shambling Thief. We got Sephiroth Intervention, which is pretty important. Let's take this. And then think I'll attack and cast a Dion Bahamut's Dominant, which is gonna present 2 blockers here. And then we can use Sephiroth's. I think just like last time, we should use it right now in case they have any shenanigans. Need to play around Blue's protection spells and counter spells. They have 3 chocobos. They give 1 chocobo a counter. I'm okay with. Attack with all. I'm 100% blocking maximum amount of damage here. And they still haven't presented any removal for this Buster Store hero. Is there a chance we get lethal here? I think there's a chance. Not gonna pay for Shambling Thief. Yep, play this Black Mage Rod. Attack for 5, which is gonna draw us a card and gonna cast a Phantom Train afterwards. Deals 1 damage. Decline to pay. And then we have enough mana to Resentful Revelation and Slash of Light, which will be lethal. And this shall do it. Alright. We win because our opponent have absolutely no removal for the Bastard Sword wielding, Dragon Lance wielding hero. Pretty sweet. We win so many games with Bastard Sword today. And yeah. Buster Sword is a busted card, especially when you have a flyer and your opponent have no removals. Let's take another look at this deck. If we just sort by creature, like we don't have any creatures on 2, but actually we have Battle Manual, Dragoon's Lance, Slash of Light, oh no, White Mage Staff, Black Mage Rod, which will be our 2-drop creature, so we actually have 5 creatures. And then we have Buster Sword as 3, which is actually a turn 5 play. So you hide this in your hand, your opponent don't know you have a Buster Sword, so they tend to attack with awe, so that you can just on turn 5 play a Buster Sword, pay 2 to equip, and then attack, get a hit, draw a card, and cast a free spell afterwards. As long as you get 1 free spell with Buster Sword already done its job, and you can always move it to other tokens. So it works super well with token makers like Aerith Rescue Mission, which we are not playing because we have busted 4-drops like Delivery Moogle and Dion. Delivery Moogle searches for artifact with 2 or less, which in this deck is White Mage, Black Mage, and Dragoon's Lance, with Dragoon's Lance being the strongest. Dragoon's Lance and Delivery Moogle are both flying, which makes Buster Sword a lot better, because in this set it's kind of hard to block flyers. And the best card in this deck is definitely Dion, because just 4 mana 3/3 make a 2/2, and then they're all flying if Dion is still alive, so which it means at least 5 damage per turn, and 5 damage flying. And there are also other cards that are nice, which includes Dark Knight Sword and the Adalbert at 2, and Adalbert is also lifelink, so you are definitely winning the race if you have a flying Adalbert attacking. And also the Paladin's Arms, which is 3 mana 3/2, and yeah, Paladin's Arms and Dark Knight Swords also makes any creature knights for Dion to give them flying. And the best thing about this, the best card that works with this is probably Primal Odin, because Primal Odin, sorry, I lost a word there, but yeah, Primal Odin has a chapter 2 ability that just one-shots your opponents if they can connect, which can be helped by Dion's ability by giving it flying. And Moogle's Valor is usually a decent card, although it underperforms in this deck for a little bit, just because it's a 5 mana card. Kind of hard to hold up, and I don't have many token makers actually. Like my equipment makes token, but they're like essentially just equal to 1 creature. And the card that can makes at least 2 creatures are basically Delivery Moogle and Dion. And so that's pretty much it. It works well with the Crystal's Chosen, but I have to use Crystal's Chosen first and then Moogle's Valor, which means the super late game. And the Crystal's Chosen, well, I get to cast it once, and that just immediately means we win. The opponent was already behind, and we have such a huge board state. And also, I could cast this only because we played the White Aura set earlier. So we have 6 lands plus the Aura sites for 7 mana, which is needed for Crystal's Chosen. Alright, overall this deck goes super well with together. The best performing card is definitely Buster Sword, even though Dion is objectively the strongest. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.